Alrighty, we're back here live at Pickens High School for the second Super Bowl matchup of the day. And no, don't adjust your sets. Lumpkin is back in it. This time taking on the Pickens County Dragons for the second grade Super Bowl in the Mountain Athletic Conference, the Mountain Football League. And it looks like Pickens has won the toss and they have elected to defer. So the Indians will get the ball to start the ball game here in this second grade Super Bowl. RJ Casey here with you with Team FYN Sports, bringing you coverage of the Mountain Athletic Conference Mountain Football League Super Bowls all day long. And with Lumpkin getting the ball first to start the ball game, we'll run through who their coaches are. Head coach Chris Ivy, assistant coaches Benji Edwards, Scott Lord, Chris Mosley, Aaron Tolbert, and Sean Boyd. Those are the coaches for the Lumpkin team. And actually, it looks like the Dragons will receive first instead of the Indians. Had that reversed. So we'll run through the Dragon coaches right quick. Coaches Sam Probst, Jody Waldrop, Shane Stone, Josh King, Kelton Gilbert, and Justin Killian. So we'll see a kickoff here for the second graders. As the Indians are prepared to kick off. And it's fumbled. And Lumpkin recovers after the muff. And they will have it at their own 48-yard line to start the ball game. It worked out perfect for the Indians. He picked the target. And it came back Indian ball. So the Indians will take over at their own 48-yard line to start the ball game. Indians in the shotgun. Quarterback's going to keep it, going to run to his right, looking for room, gets across the 50, gets back to the 50, and that'll be it. Going to maybe give him the 49. That is number 1, Gus Edwards. A couple of Dragons bring him down. So it'll be second down for the Indians. That's 2nd and 7. On the Dragon 49-yard line. Under center now. Going to hand it off up the middle. That's number 10, Ryan McCann. Gets across the 45 out to the 44-yard line. And off the bat, you can see kind of the differences already between our first game and the second game. You've seen a shotgun formation, and now you've seen I formation. Under center. Going to hand it off again to the right side. He's got some room, gets a near the 40-yard line, going to be taken down to the 39. Hudson Probst on the tackle for the Dragons. Good enough for a first down for the Indians at the Dragons' 41-yard line. Going to roll to his left and tackled in the backfield. Number 31, Sawyer Ivy on the carry. Number 6, Clyde Thompson on the tackle. 2-yard loss by the Indians. Bring up 2nd and 12 from the Dragons' 43. Dragons have been showing blitz these first couple of plays. Lumpkin back in the shotgun formation now. Ivy. Check that. Number 11. Going to get the ball. Maybe get a yard. Like that was number 11 on the carry, Elijah Lord. Bring up 3rd down. No gain on the play, so 3rd down and 12. Dragons defense trying to make a stop. There was a false start against the offense, but it was declined. It was declined by the Dragons, so it will be 3rd and 12. Dragons show blitz. And the Dragons jump off sides. Little antsy there. Number 7, Noah Killian, jumped off sides. A little antsy trying to get the snap count right. That'll push the ball up 5 yards, get it to the 38-yard line of the Dragons. 3rd and 7. Indians under center. Dragons again show blitz. Going to hand it off. Gets across the 35 to the 34, maybe. You're going to wrap him up to the 34. That is number 10, Ryan McCann. 4th down. 4th and about 3 for the Indians. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. No score so far. Lumpkin looking to change that. They recovered the kick to open the ball game. And have had the ball since. Shotgun formation now. High snap. Good corral there by Lord, Elijah Lord. He did a good job of grabbing that. That is good enough for a first down for the Indians. If Lord doesn't get that ball on the high snap, then it's probably looking like a turnover on downs, but he did a good job of reaching up to get that and get enough yardage for the first down to keep the drive alive for the Indians as they set up 1st and 10 from the Dragons' 31-yard line. Lord now under center. Going to hand it off. In a reverse. Looking for room. Across the 25 to the 24. That's Gus Edwards. Second and 3 now for the Indians after the 7-yard gain on first down. And hand it off. Couple yards there for number 10, Ryan McCann. Maybe picked up a yard, bring up 3rd and 2. Two minutes to go here in this opening quarter. No score. Second grade Indians looking to do what the K first grade Indians did, and that's win a Super Bowl. Pickens trying to defend home turf, and we got a flag. False start against the Indians. Back them up 5. Now 3rd and 2 becomes a 3rd and 7. Lumpkin breaking the huddle. Reverse. Makes it another man miss. Gets near the 20-yard line. That's number 11, Elijah Lord on the run. He picks up enough yardage for another Indian first down. Believe it's going to be spotted at the Dragon 20. First down for the Indians to keep the drive alive. They've had the ball this entire quarter as we are under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Second grade Super Bowl here at Pickens High School. Lumpkin versus Pickens. First of back-to-back matchups between these teams, as the third grade game will also feature Lumpkin and Pickens. A handoff again, and that time it's going nowhere. Number 47 for the Dragons with the hit. That is Hudson Hayden. They met one-on-one, and Hayden won it. That'll be the end of first quarter here from Pickens High School with the score 0-0 between Lumpkin and Pickens.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
It's It's Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11,000 off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
And he's going to score. Elijah Lord with the 20-yard touchdown run gives Lumpkin a 6-0 lead. So the Indians strike first here in the ball game with 7:52 to go here in this first half. And now Lumpkin will go for the conversion attempt. And the Dragons jump. So that's half the distance to the goal. So put it at the 2.5. I believe if it's from the 5-yard line, it'd be a 2-point try. If I remember correctly. Wonder if that's still is the case as they go for it here after the penalty on Pickens. Up the middle. And the try is good. And it is a 2-point conversion. So with 7:52 to go here in this first half, the Lumpkin Indians strike first. They lead the Pickens Dragons 8-0. Start. So now the Dragons have the ball. They'll be under shotgun. Gonna hand it off. And down behind the line of scrimmage is number 47, Hudson Hayden. So being 2nd and 11 for the Dragons. All the momentum on the Lumpkin Indians sideline right now. Dragons looking to change that. Still under shotgun. High snap. Going to be taken by the quarterback, and he'll get back to the 20-yard line, and that'll be it. That's number 10 on the carry. Hudson Probst got a yard on the play, maybe 2. They gave him 2. They gave him the 21-yard line, so bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Dragons. As we have an officials timeout, going to have a substitution by the Indians. Big play here for the Dragons early on. Probst going to roll to his left. We got a flag on the play. Probst And he'll go into the end zone for the touchdown, but we have a flag which could negate this. And it is the holding call against the Dragons. So it is coming back. So that was a 79-yard run by Probst, all for naught, as the Dragons get called for a hold. Bring up 3rd and long now for the Dragons. Bring up 3rd and at least 19 now. They marked it from the they're going to bring it back to the 23. Dragons need to get to the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 17 for the Dragons. See what kind of play Coach Probst and his staff can come up with. Going to send Hudson in motion. Going to fake it to him. Going to fake the reverse. Probst will be tackled at the 25-yard line. And that'll be it. Fourth and 15 now for the Dragons. And we have a stoppage of play. And they will punt it. The officials signaled for a punt, and the Indians will take over at midfield. Already up 8-0. With 5:21 to go in the first half. The Indians come to the line. Under center. Shifting players to the left. Going to toss it. Looking for Edwards. Edwards has got room on the right, on the left side. He gets the first down and he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 40. That's enough for a Indian first down. So 1st and 10 for the Indians at the Dragon 40-yard line. Dragons need something here to get some momentum back. And hand it off. Gets a couple of yards. Does Ryan McMahon, excuse me. Get to the 37-yard line, a 3-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 7 for the Indians. .444 to go here in the first half. Indians up 8-0, looking to add to their lead here in the second grade Super Bowl game. Lumpkin trying to go 2 for 2 in Super Bowl games so far today. They're going to reverse. He's got some room. Gets a couple of yards. Gets across the 25 near the 23-yard line. That's Edwards on the run. Gets tackled by a couple of Dragons. So bring up third down. And about 4 for the Indians. Up the middle, straight away. Quarterback keeper, number 31, Sawyer Ivy. He's got enough of the first down, gets across the 30, near the 28-yard line. And mark him at the Dragon 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians. Indians playing keep away so far with this run game. They've had all the momentum since the start of this one. Going to roll with a stretch to Edwards. Edwards gets across the 25 to the 24. A 3-yard gain there on first down, bring up 2nd and 7. And that's all you want if you're running the ball. You want 3-4 yards a pop, and that's considered a successful run play. As we are under 3 minutes to go here in this first half, 2:35 and counting. Lumpkin looking to extend their lead. And hand off on a reverse to Edwards. Edwards being chased. He's gang tackled at the 26-yard line. Couple yard loss there. They'll bring up a 3rd and 9 now for the Indians. Indians tried to run that reverse play that's got them some yards several times, but the Dragons were able to stretch that one out and get Edwards in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and 9 for the Indians. Another reverse. And tackled at the 25. And we've got a timeout. We've got a timeout. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 7 for the Indians. So they'll discuss the 4th down play. 1:15 to go in this first half. Ball spotted back at the original line of scrimmage. So it will be 4th and 7 for the Indians. Need to get to the 17-yard line for first. Like Edwards will take the snap from the shotgun. And the Dragons jump. The Dragons jump. They're going to move the ball up 5. We'll bring up 4th and 2. The Dragons have done that 3 times now. That's when the coaches tell you to watch the ball. You always hear on third down, watch the ball, hold your water. So instead of a 4th and 7, it's now a 4th and 2 for the Indians, much more manageable. Indians still in shotgun. Edwards with the ball. He's going to run to his left. He's going to be tackled. He's going to be tackled short of the line to gain. Big tackle there for the Dragons, number 7. Noah Killian with the tackle of Edwards. And the Dragons will take over. With 1:11 to go here in this first half, trying to make something happen. The Indians will get the ball first to start the second half, so if you're the Dragons, you're going to try and get something to happen here quickly before half to get some momentum and get some points on the board, maybe even tie the ball game. Probst in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his left, cut back, ball's loose. He falls on it. About a 1-yard loss. We're up 2nd and 11 with under a minute to go now here in the first half. They're going to say no gain. Well, they backed it up one now. So it's 2nd and 11. Dragons just haven't been able to get anything on offense so far. It's only their second possession of the ball game. Indians have got the time of possession. They've got the yards. They've got the lead. Dragons need something to get a spark. They had that big run by Probst called back due to a hold. Other than that, Lumpkin defense has been able to shut this offense down so far. Probst in the shotgun. And we've got a false start on the Dragons. They'll back them up 5. So instead of 2nd and 11, it'll be 2nd and 16. The Dragons' offense is going backwards. Rope. Gonna run it to his left. Got some room, got a block. Down the sideline. Down at the 40-yard line. Probst down at the Dragon 40-yard line. Clock will stop to move the chains to 49 seconds left in this first half. But we have a flag on the play. It's just been one of those days so far for the Dragons. I believe they may have called a hold. Not sure what the penalty was, but they're about to mark it off. Had officials discussing something with the Lumpkin side. Not sure what's going on, but it's a very animated conversation. Meanwhile, we got 49 seconds left here in this first half. Lumpkin leads it 8-0 over the Dragons. So they'll mark it at the Dragons' 6-yard line now. Second and very long. Dragons are posted up in Leadville. They need to get all the way to Jasper. First down markers at the 29-yard line. They hand it off. No. Probst is going to keep it. He breaks through. He's across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet. He could go. Hudson Probst takes it all the way. 94 yards for the touchdown. No flags on the play. All the Pickens fans are looking for the yellow. No yellow. So the Dragons get on the board with a 94-yard touchdown run by Probst with 28 seconds left in this first half. And the Dragons will now look to tie it up with a 2-point conversion. Much needed. If you're a Dragon fan, that was much needed headed into the half. So both teams are talking it over. Young Probst is probably saying thank you so he can catch his breath. See what they call here. They did a fake sweep with Hayden, and Probst took it. He split two tacklers, and he was off to the races. We'll see if they keep it in Probst's hands, if they hand it off to Hudson on that sweep. They tried that sweep earlier, and Lumpkin was able to stop it behind the line. And now we're set up for the 2-point try. Pickens breaks the huddle. Probst motions a man in. And a handoff on a counter play, and it's going to be stopped short, but we do have a flag on the play. We got a face mask penalty against the Indians. So that'll move the ball. Not sure if that's a half the distance to the goal penalty or... So they will move it to the 2.5, just like the Indians had it on their 2-point try. So the Dragons will move a little closer with attempt number 2 at this 2-point conversion. Probst all by himself in the shotgun. Gonna take it. He's looking for the left corner. He breaks through 2 tackles, but he stops short of the end zone. So the Indians lead it 8-6 with 28 seconds left in this first half. Eight seconds left, looking to make something happen just before the half. They will get the ball to start the second half. Snap, reverse. Looking for room on the left side, gets across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. That is number 11 on the run. That is Elijah Lord. That may do it for this first half of play. I do believe we have a timeout taken by the Indians. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Indians at their own 33-yard line. Indians shifting some players over to the right. Going to pitch it. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Indians, and he will be tackled at the 32-yard line. Lucky there were no Dragons around, and it was only a 1-yard loss. That was a heads-up play by the quarterback, Sawyer Ivy, to jump on that ball. And we got another timeout taken by the Indians with 11 seconds left in this first half. Oh, maybe we see the Indians get wacky here. Maybe they do a play action. How far can Ivy throw it? No, they're just going to take a knee. Is going to take a knee, end out the first half with the score. Lumpkin leading the Dragons of Pickens 8-6 as we head into halftime. The Indians will have the ball first to start the second half after we come back from break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss last call and save $12,000 off Silverado 1500 and $7,500 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Together, let's drive.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
It's Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $11,000 off new Silverado 1500 crew cabs. Plus, get $500 bonus cash for your trade. Pick your Silverado from our huge selection. Save a whopping $11,000 off. Plus, $500 bonus cash for your trade during Truck Month Plus at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Together, let's drive.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live at Pickens High School, set for the second half of our second grade Mountain Athletic Conference Mountain Football League Super Bowl. Lumpkin leads Pickens 8-6, and the Indians will receive the second half kickoff. RJ Casey here with you for Team FYN Sports, presenting you all these Super Bowl games throughout the day as we are about set for the second half kickoff. Wonder if the Dragons can pull off the same thing that the Indians did to start the ball game. Have it go off of a player and recover the ball. And we're about set for kickoff. And the kick is away. Ball's loose. But it looked like the Indians recovered it at the 50-yard line. So that's where they will take over to start this second half. The Indians have it at midfield. Start the second half. They hand it off up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Gets across the 45 out to 46. Or 44, rather. Indians will come to the line. A 6-yard gain there on first down. Going to hand it off a fullback dive. And he's stuffed after a couple of yards. Going to mark him maybe at the 42. Calling him down at the 41. So a 3-yard gain, bring up 3rd and 1 for the Indians. Dragons showed pressure several times in that first half on defense. Stretch play. We got a flag on the play. It looks like a false start against the Indians. We'll back them up 5. That'll bring it from the 41 to the 46. They need to get to the 40 for a first down, to the Dragon 40 for a first down. Well, now it's 3rd and 6 for the Indians at the Dragon 46. See if they decide to go with that stretch play. They were trying to run before the false start was called. Or if they go with a reverse type play. They're under center. Oh, another false start. Another false start. We'll back them up another 5 yards. So it's gone from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 11. And back in Indian territory, back at the Indian 49-yard line now. The Indians need to get to the Dragon 40 to keep the drive going. They face 3rd and 11. They were under center. They stay under center. I formation. Going to hand it off. Stretch play. Looking to the right. Tackled. Ball's loose. Dragons have it. Dragons have it at midfield. Great start to the half by the Dragons. They needed a takeaway. They needed something. And they got it at midfield with the fumble recovery. First down, Dragons. Dragons looking to defend home turf. Lumpkin looking to go 2 for 2 in Super Bowl matchups. As they won our first game of the day against White County 19-13. That was a thriller to start the day. This one's shaping up to be a good one as well. As the Dragons send man in motion right to left. Probst with the ball. Makes a man miss. Got the corner. He's across the 40 to the 35, out to the 34-yard line. And that's where he will be down. Enough for a first down for the Dragons. A 16-yard run, but it will be negated, it looks like, by a hold. A block in the back. It's like a block in the back called against the Dragons. So that'll back them up considerably and negate the first down yardage. So it'll put them at their own 46-yard line. Line to gain is the Indian 40. First and 14. Sends a man in motion left to right. Probst's going to run to his right. We got another stoppage. We got a false start against the Dragons. So all of a sudden the promising start to a drive with a long run by Probst has backed the Dragons up to 1st and 19. Back at their own 41-yard line. They need to get to the Indian 40 to keep the drive going. Dragons with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the near side. Sends a man in motion. Probst gonna run it. Looking, gets a block. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet across the 50. Down at the 46-yard line. Hudson Probst running it. No flags that time. So we have a stoppage of play. It's like an official's timeout. Seems like everything's good to go now. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line of the Indians. Dragons get a big chunk of that yardage back. It's now 2nd and 5. Full house backfield. Counter play. Gets across the 45 to the 41. Did Hayden Hudson. 3rd and 1 now for the Dragons at the Indian 41-yard line. You got to think Probst is going to be carrying the rock. He's got a man to his right. Sends a man in motion. Fake the sweep. Probst going up the middle. Gets across the 40. out to the 39-yard line, maybe the 38, gets enough yardage for a Dragon first down. We got 3:12 to go in this third quarter. Lumpkin leads it 8-6 over the Dragons, but the Dragons looking to take their first lead of the ball game. Ball spotted at the Indian 38-yard line. First and 10 for Pickens. Number 12 comes in motion. They're going to hand it off to him. Looking for some room. Gets maybe a couple of yards. That's number 12. That's Austin Walker on the carry. He gets to the 36-yard line. Second and about 8, maybe 7 for the Dragons. Dragons have been in shotgun pretty much the entire game. Probst has got trips to his left. Indians showing a blitz. They bring it. Probst gets by it. Gets to the 35, but that's about it. He gets 1 yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Dragons. Dragons need to get to the to the 28-yard line. We've got a officials timeout as a substitution for the Indians. Comes in. Now the clock starts to run again. Under 90 seconds left in this third quarter. Indians clinging to an 8-6 lead. Dragons looking to capitalize on a fumble recovery. Probst with the snap. Breaks through the line. Gets across the 35 towards the 32-yard line. Lumpkin brought pressure. But Probst was able to get away from it. It seems like the young man that was down for a second is okay. Hopefully he stays okay. Some hard hits being laid here in this second grade game. Can't imagine what the older kids are going to look like later on. Third down for the Dragons. They're down to about 4. Lumpkin again showing pressure. Probst is going to fake the end around. He's going to run to his left. He cuts back. He's got the first down and more. And he gets taken down inside the 20 towards the 18. We do have a flag thrown. It looks like it might be an illegal shift against the Dragons. So that'll back the Dragons up to a 4th and 9. A 4th down and 9 for the Dragons at the Indian 37-yard line. That'll be the end of the third quarter. With the score, Lumpkin still leads the Dragons 8-6 as we head to the fourth. All righty, folks. 4th and 9 for the Dragons as we start this fourth quarter of play. They're down 2, 8-6. They're going to fake the end around. Probst is going to keep it, looking to get the corner. He slips a tackle. He's still on his feet. Nobody in front of him. He's going to run. He's going to run for the touchdown. It's a 38-yard run for Probst, and the Dragons have taken the lead 12-8. And they again will look to go for the 2-point conversion at the 5-yard line. Probst flanked by 2 backers. They're going to hand it off to Hudson. Hudson, he's shy of the goal line, so the conversion attempt is no good. And with 7:46 to go in this ball game, the Pickens Dragons now lead it over the Lumpkin County Indians by a score of 12-8. All right, we are back here live at Pickens High School. The Dragons just have taken the lead for the first time in this game, and Lumpkin now trailing 12-8 with the ball at their own 30-yard line. High snap, counter, nice run play by the Indians, gets maybe 10 yards. That's enough for a first down. I believe that was number 11, Elijah Lord, on the run. Nice run on first down by the Indians. And we'll see how the Indians can respond. They've pretty much dominated this entire game. Time of possession, yards, they've had the ball the majority of the ball game. The Dragons have had the ball, I believe, 3 times maybe the entire game. Another high snap. Edwards with the ball. He's looking to run to his right. He cuts it up. He's looking for the sideline, and he gets tripped up and tackled at the 46-yard line. The 6-yard run there on first down by Edwards. But if you're Lumpkin, that's something you're talking about with your center, is getting those snaps right. That's 2 straight high snaps on 2 straight plays. Going to roll out with the quarterback, and he's tackled around midfield. Going to call him down at the 48-yard line of the Indians. So they'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Lumpkin. Obviously, Lumpkin has 2 downs to get these 2 yards. With the clock running, 5:25 to go here in this ball game. Dragons show pressure. They're going to hand off on the counter. And they get it behind the line. They don't get the first. They're going to give him a yard. So it's 4th and 1 from the Indian 49-yard line. Both sets of fans cheering. Home side rallying their defense. Visitors trying to cheer on their offense as we set up a 4th and 1. Could be a QB sneak here. Going to hand it off to the fullback. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. That's number 10, Ryan McCann, on the carry. He gets across the 50 into Dragon territory at the Dragon 46-yard line. First down, Lumpkin. 4:17 and counting. Believe Lumpkin wants to drain the clock as much as they can and score with little time left. All they need is a touchdown. Like maybe a run to the right. No, they're going to toss it to the left. Edwards makes one man miss but gets tackled around the 45. And we got a yard on the play. So bring up 2nd and 9 from the Dragon 45-yard line. Dragons did a good job of stretching that play out. Edwards tried to cut in, but he wasn't able to. Maybe another run to the left here. They're going to hand off on a reverse. Gets across the 40. That's Lord. Gets across the 40 out to the 38 of the Dragons. It's close to a first down. We got 3rd and 2 for the Indians. We are under 3 minutes to play now, almost 2:30 to go. High snap. Going to be taken. And it's going to be, missed tackle. And it could go. Whoa, a missed tackle by the Dragons leads to a touchdown by the Indians. A 38-yard touchdown by the Indians. I believe that was Elijah Lord. And oh my Lord, he made a kid miss that tackle, and he was off to the races. And the Indians are back in front, 14-12 with 2:07 left in the ball game. They will go for one. They will go for the 1-point conversion to make it 15-12 should they convert. Indians hand it up the middle. No good. Conversion attempt, no good. So with 2:07 to go here in the ball game, the Lumpkin County Indians lead it once again They lead the Pickens Dragons by a score of 14-12. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live at Pickens High School. The Dragons with the ball at their own 30-yard line. They trail the Lumpkin Indians 14-12 with 2:07 to go. Probst all by himself in the shotgun. Dragons have 3 wide receivers to his left side. Probst looking to run that left side. He slips a tackle, another tackle, gets across the 40, near the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 45-yard line. He goes out of bounds. 15-yard run for Probst. Running hard just like his daddy did on this field all those years ago. Dragons with it at their own 45-yard line. Sends a man in motion, left to right. Probst going to run to his right. Looking to cut the corner. He makes a man miss. He gets across the 50. Gets hit at the 48. And maybe mark him at the 47. They'll mark him at the 47. 8-yard gain for Probst. Bring up 2nd and 2. 1:33 to go in the ball game. I believe we got a timeout taken. Tell you what, these first 2 games have been very fun to watch. These young kids still learning, still getting to know the game. You know, 2nd graders. They've got some promising kids on both sides, I tell you what. And hopefully Pickens and Lumpkin still continue to play. You know, talking about the high school level. Hopefully Lumpkin and Pickens stay together. Depending on what the GHSA does as far as its regions. But that's another time and another day. As the Dragons come out of the timeout, they have it at the Indian 47-yard line, 2nd and 2. Probst, busted play, and the Indians get the sack back at the Dragons 49-yard line. A 5-yard loss. Now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd down at about 6. Clock is running. Just over a minute left. 3rd down for the Dragons back at their own 49-yard line. Probst gonna run. To his left. He picks up a block. He's got the 1st. He's still running. He's still running. He's out of bounds. They're going to mark him out inside the 35. Inside the 25, rather. Going to mark him at the Indian 23-yard line with 45 seconds to go. Hold on to your hats, folks. Probst with the snap, going to run to his right. looking for the corner. Cuts it up. Still on his feet, gets across to the 20. So a 3-yard run there on first down by Probst with 35 seconds left, and the Dragons will call timeout. Well, the Dragons out of a timeout. They have it at the Indian 20-yard line. 2nd and 7. Probably time for a couple more plays. Believe everybody knows where this ball is going. It's just a matter of where he's running. Probst rolling to his left, looking for some blocks. Still on his feet, getting taken down at the 20-yard line for no gain. I'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. I think the Dragons just used their 3rd and final timeout. Everyone on their feet here. Both sides. Pickens and Lumpkin. Lumpkin trying to go 2 for 2 in Super Bowls so far. Pickens trying to defend the home turf and pick up a win in the Super Bowl. Third and 7 for the Dragons at the Indian 20. Might be time for one more play after this one, but the Dragons will need to hurry. Sends a man in motion. Probst going to roll to his right, going to cut it up. Looking for the corner. He's got the corner. He could go. Probst, touchdown, Dragons! Hudson Probst into the end zone, and the Dragons lead it. 18-14 with 16 seconds left. And now the Dragons will go for 1. To make it a 5-point lead. Probst sends Hudson in motion. Hudson will not get there. So the extra point conversion is no good. With 16 seconds left, the Dragons have taken a 4-point lead over the Lumpkin County Indians. They lead it 18-14. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 16 seconds left, and the Lumpkin County Indians have the ball. Down by 4, 18-14 with 16 seconds at their own 30-yard line. They're looking to throw. They're looking to throw. A big throw comes up short. So it'll be incomplete with 10 seconds left. Trying to catch the Dragons off guard, and I tell you what, that's a smart play, actually, because they probably weren't looking for a throw. So now it sets up a 2nd and 10 from the Indian 30-yard line. 10 seconds left. Maybe try and throw again, because if you run it, and unless you get out of bounds with time still remaining, that'll probably end the ball game. Well, the Indians come to the line. They're in I formation. Sends the man in motion from left to right. And they'll pitch it back. Double reverse. And that'll get tackled at the 30-yard line, and that will do it. The Pickens Dragons defend the home turf, and they are your 2nd grade Mountain Football League Super Bowl champions. These two teams will match up once again in the 3rd grade game. Lumpkin versus Pickens. Again, we'll have that one for you after the break.